Elon Musk is one busy guy. The billionaire CEO of Tesla and SpaceX generally spends a full work week at each of his two companies, wolfing down lunch in 5 minutes and skipping phone calls for productivity's sake. So it's not surprising that his daily life is pretty jam-packed. Let's have a look inside Elon Musk's daily schedule. Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla Motors. Elon Musk struggles to find enough time to actually sleep. But then again, he's reinventing the automobile industry, building high-speed underground transport networks across the US, and regularly sending rockets into orbit. So you won't be surprised to hear that Musk works 16 hours a day, including weekends. On Deck's analysis finds that Musk designs his daily routine with the kind of precision you'd expect from a bona fide rocket scientist. From 7 a.m. to 12 noon, Musk is busy with emails, phone calls, and strategy sessions with his management team. A working lunch is followed by a walk around the factory floor. The evening hours between 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. are family time. Then it's more emails and meetings. Finally, Musk clocks off around 1 a.m., grabbing 6 hours of sleep before waking up and doing it all over again. Mornings. Elon Musk, known for his extraordinary vision and goals, he is one of the busiest people on the planet. Musk wakes up each morning around 7 a.m. He says he likes getting around 6 to 6.5 hours of sleep per night. Just like Bill Gates, he also believes that his sleep is super important to him to get maximum productivity and creativity. Sleeping is not an option for him, saying it affects his performance more than if he sleeps less. Elon Musk is a daily bath person. After taking a shower, he also escapes food just like Bill Gates. He also said in one of his interviews that he wants to invent a pill for the food so that anyone can just eat a pill and have no need for food. You can think how busy he is. After getting up, he showers, dresses, and enjoys a morning cup of coffee. However, he says he is usually in such a rush that he skips breakfast most days. On the days he does eat breakfast, he likes an omelet. In a Reddit AMA, he mentioned that showering is the most important part of his day. He says he doesn't feel in the right headspace without his shower, and it's a critical part of waking up and preparing him to face the challenges of the day. In terms of fitness, Musk confesses, "I wouldn't exercise at all if I could," although he does spend some time lifting weights and running on the treadmill while watching TV. He also dabbles in taekwondo, karate, judo, and Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Next, he sends his kids off to school and drives to work. Musk claims he regularly works 80 to 100-hour work weeks. With most of his skill set being focused on design and engineering work, 90% of his time at SpaceX involves design work, and it takes up to 60% of his day at Tesla. He's an efficient multitasker who doesn't attend to emails and forgoes most of his phone calls. Mondays and Fridays are spent at SpaceX in Los Angeles or Boca Chica, and the rest of his week at Tesla in the San Francisco Bay Area. This working schedule gives Elon 42 hours per week at Tesla and 40 hours at SpaceX. Afternoons. Since he's so busy, and by his own confession, he doesn't pay as much attention to his nutrition as he should. If Musk does take lunch, he'll usually wolf it down during an afternoon meeting. He has a reputation for being ruthlessly efficient in the workspace, and he demands the same of his employees. His time in the afternoon involves meetings and working on design projects. He is known to leave meetings abruptly if he thinks his time is being wasted and actively discourages unnecessary meetings. He often gets into a flow state where hours pass by without him noticing, and he relies on his stringent scheduling to keep him on track with his priorities. Elon Musk generally gives his 80% of time in design, ideas, and checking important emails. He divides his time so he gave Monday and Friday to SpaceX and Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to Tesla. He also follows time blocking methods like Bill Gates, Cal Newport, etc. On the weekends, it's more of a toss-up. Sundays are usually spent traveling or staying at his Bel Air mansion. On Saturday, he either works at SpaceX. He does his lunch in 5 minutes at meeting time, so he can't waste a single second. He is also addicted to coffee and Coca-Cola too much. Evenings. In 2018, a New York Times profile of Musk said he was regularly working up to 120 hours a week. Since the birth of his child, X-A12, yes, that's the kid's name, Musk decided to scale back on his hours to get more quality time with Grimes and his kids. As a result of his hectic schedule during the day, he consumes most of his calories at night. He uses business dinners to satisfy his hunger, and he admits to eating too much. Musk has an affection for Diet Coke, claiming that the beverage contains some infernal ingredient. When Musk does eat, he enjoys French food and barbecue. He also enjoys whiskey or wine from time to time. He returns from work around 10 p.m. each night, long after the younger kids are in bed, then spends the next few hours reading, watching anime, Evangelion, and Death Note. After a busy day, he goes to sleep at 1 a.m. Elon Musk's daily work schedule. In a 2016 interview with Y Combinator, Musk described an example of his life juggling Tesla and SpaceX. Gwen Shotwell is the chief operating officer. She kind of manages legal finance sales and kind of general business activity. And then my time is almost entirely with the engineering team working on improving the Falcon 9 and the Dragon spacecraft and developing the Mars colonial architecture. And then at Tesla, it's working on the Model 3 and some of the design studio typically half a day a week, dealing with the aesthetics and look and feel of things. And then most of the rest of the week is just going through engineering of the car itself, as well as the engineering of the factory, because the biggest epiphany I had this year is that what really matters is the machine that builds the machine, the factory, and that is at least towards a magnitude harder than the vehicle itself. When it comes to productivity for himself and employees, Musk is well known for his ruthless efficiency. In a 2018 email sent out to Tesla employees, Musk outlined some of his recommendations for conducting efficient meetings. Excessive meetings are the blight of big companies and almost always get worse over time. Please get rid of all large meetings, unless you're certain they are providing value to the whole audience, in which case keep them very short. Also get rid of frequent meetings, unless you are dealing with an extremely urgent matter. Meeting frequency should drop rapidly once the urgent matter is resolved. Walk out of a meeting or drop off a call as soon as it's obvious you aren't adding value. It's not rude to leave. It is rude to make someone stay and waste their time. In the same email, Musk also told employees to avoid using acronyms or nonsense words for objects, software, or processes at Tesla, and encouraged the free flow of information between all levels, no matter the employee's role or department. While Musk has seemingly embraced his workaholic habits and long hours, everyone has a breaking point, and in 2018 it appeared that the breaking point was getting dangerously close for him. In a New York Times profile, Musk detailed work weeks of up to 120 hours. There were times where I didn't leave the factory for 3 or 4 days. Days when I couldn't go outside, he said. This has really come at the expense of seeing my kids and seeing friends. In a Recode Decode interview with Kara Swisher, Musk talked about the difficult times in more detail. I would just sort of sleep for a few hours, work, sleep for a few hours, work 7 days a week. Some of those days must have been 120 hours or something nutty. Fortunately for Musk, the days of 120-hour work weeks are over for now. He's back to 80 or 90 hours, which he says is pretty sustainable. More recently, it seems that Musk is in a much better place, work-life balance-wise. In a conversation with Maureen Dowd from the New York Times, he spoke about spending time with his partner, Grimes, catching up on anime, Death Note and Evangelion, and listening to history audiobooks and podcasts. When asked about how he managed to find time to spend with his children, given his immense working hours, Musk replied, "Right now, there's not much I can do. Grimes has a much bigger role than me right now. When the kids get older, there will be more of a role for me." Do let us know in the comments if you're inspired by the daily routine of Elon Musk. Please subscribe to The Luxury World. Thanks for watching.